thunder and lightning and stuff? Because like where we grew up on the Central Coast, it rains here and there, but whenever there's lightning and thunder, that's kind of like a rare special. It's like a topic of conversation. Did you hear the thunder last night?
It's true. So it does thunder quite often here, which is awesome, and
Mm.
lightning as well. Like pretty much every time it rains, you'll get a little bit of thunder and lightning, which is
Wow.
cool. And it does rain a lot here, but it doesn't rain for very
Really?
long. It'll rain for like a couple hours, and then it'll stop. But it'll rain like several times a week like that instead of just like, you know, a week straight of rain or something. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, now that traffic and weather's done. Um,
What? I want to know. I've never been to Tennessee. I'm curious.
You will. You'll.
Yeah, I will. You will be.
So yeah, we kind of we were talking a little bit after the last stream that we really wanted to do a Christmas EP this year, but
Yeah. Yeah.
the way things are shaking out with us behind the scenes here, we're both and we've mentioned this before, but we're both moving into new spaces, and the holidays are coming up. It's like we need a way longer runway to put together a proper and launch a proper Christmas EP album thing.
Yeah.
So
Especially of the quality that we want to do it.
exactly, yeah. So yeah, because we want to invite a bunch of guests. Like for me, I want it to be kind of a culmination of a lot of different black market projects, like have Dub Robot, get like a bunch of my collaborators that I've had on, and make it a real like family affair. And at this point, there's no way we're gonna be able to do that because we're both gonna move, and like I'm going out of state for a holiday Christmas thing with my family. I'm sure you're gonna have plans too, so it's just like this time of year is always when like for the longest time I tried to put out an album every month, like no matter what, and without fail every October, November is where I would like stumble at the finish line. Like I could never make it happen like around this time of year because it just gets too crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, our culture has all of our biggest holidays crammed into the same area of the year, man.
Yep, it's true.
Like the three biggest ones are like right there,
Yep. Yeah.
which is kind of cool. I kind of like that because then this time of year comes around. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people who gets super cynical about it.
No,
My favorite holiday is Christmas. Like
totally.
I love this shit. My second favorite one is Thanksgiving.
Yep.
You know,
Yes,
I love it.
I'm the same way. I'm a big holiday dork. But yeah, so today, so what that gives us though is extra time to work on War of the Worlds, which we've been having a ton of fun with.
Yeah.
And which at this point I'm shooting for like a early December release, like probably Bandcamp Friday in December, the first whatever Bandcamp Fridays in December. That's probably when we'll drop that one. And
Yeah.
I'll do a bunch of dub videos and it'll be fun. It'll give me a little more time to make the videos more fun. I'll add in some secret Area 51 footage into the background or something, and
You got secret footage?
I can't
Whoa.
cannot confirm or deny, my friend. So yeah, so I think today we're gonna work on another War of the Worlds tune. And what you mentioned that you have stuff to show on Alicia Keys, so I would love to at least
Yeah,
hear
man.
Alicia Keys today. How far you've come on that?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think the last time that all of us were together in Streamland working on Alicia Keys, it was
It's like a month ago now. I feel
yeah, it was a while ago, and I think it was when we were deciding which well, you guys were voting, and then I was deciding which like feel it was
Right.
going to be. We had 4 candidates of different drum styles
Right.
and different ways that the song could feel, and we ended up going with the rock steady feel.
Yes.
And then we worked on like the bass line, like how's the bass line going to go a little bit, and I think that's the last time that you heard it.
Yes. Yeah, it's
And,
been a while since I've heard it for sure.
So I was just tripping out last night, yesterday and last night. I made, well, over the last few days, I made a lot of progress on the song, and I almost sent you a version of it last night, just out of pure excitement about how good I think it sounds.
Totally.
But then I was like, wait, I'm gonna show him on the stream so I can see his face.
There you go.
I want to see
Now,
his face.
everything we normally would do with each other, like communication wise, now we're just like, wait, no, let's stream it. Like,
No, we can't have our normal friendship and human interaction. We have to wait until cameras are on us.
yeah, you should see like half the time when we're getting ready to stream, we're like talking for 10, 20 minutes before we start. And I'm just like, well, so I have this, well, no, never mind. I'm just going to ask you on the stream. It'll be better. It's better content if I just ask you while cameras are rolling, I guess. But yeah, man, we should start with that. I'm excited to hear it. But before we listen to that, I'm introducing an official new segment to this program, and it's called what am I going to call it? What does Brian Eno want us to do?
Oh yeah, that's right. Oblique.
Yeah, oblique
Strategy.
corner. The oblique strategy corner.
I gotta turn on my delay.
I nailed that. I'm really glad I got that all figured out before I decided to announce this segment. So my camera's reversed, so it's gonna look backwards to everybody. Sorry. But it says, which elements can be grouped? I love this one.
Oh, okay.
I love this one.
Which elements can be grouped? Okay.
So, like, the ways you can interpret that in a studio setting are, like, almost infinite. Like, whether it's from, like, a mixing perspective, like, mastering perspective. One of my favorite ways, and I remember this from working at Capitol, when Jack White came to record what was his last album called? I forget, but it was good. It was cool. It was really
I think
weird.
it was called like The Name Dropper or something like that.
I almost am certain that's not what it was called, but sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, of all the things it could be called, I'm certain it's not that. But I forget his last album, but he recorded part of it at Capitol, and I was a runner there, so I got to kind of be around while he was doing it. And one of the coolest things that I heard he does in the studio, or at least during those sessions, was anytime there's any overdub happening, he always has at least a group of 2 people recording at the same time. So if he needs to lay down an acoustic track, he will have someone lay down a keyboard track with him at the same time, or a bass track or drums or whatever. Like, he tries to group his overdubs so that there's always people playing off of each other, even during overdubs. To maintain kind of that sense of musicality and
live interaction. Must be happening with every performance that's on the song.
And I always just thought that is the coolest thing. Like, such a simple thing, but it's like, it's such a cool way to keep your music from feeling like stale in any one element, like, you know, like, or static at all. Like, there's always going to be something playing off something else. So cool. And for me personally, like, when I think of this kind of thing, which elements can be grouped? Like, for me, it's always, when it comes down to like dubbing tracks, it's always like, that's always the last decision I make before I start a dub. Is like, okay, I have 50 tracks or whatever, you know. Obviously that's way too convoluted to dub out all these tracks individually.
You're not gonna have 50 faders.
No, it's just not conducive to a good dub mix for me. So I always sum stuff down, and sometimes it's really fun to put weird stuff in a group, like a lot of times, like the perk synth that we always fuck around with. like a lot of like the old drum loops we used to use when it was just a loop and that's it. We didn't have access to the stems. They'd always have that shit like hard coded in, and part of it bugged me,
Yeah.
but part of me was like, well, it sounds really
Yeah.
cool, so whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
But you
anyway,
don't necessarily have to group it with the drums. You could
No,
group
you
it
don't.
with another element.
Yeah. What about you? What are your thoughts when you hear which elements can be grouped? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Maybe even applicable to today. What do you think?
Yeah. So the first thing that came to mind was mixing, like how you said, because one of the stages that happens when you're mixing all of these individual tracks and individual sounds is that they will get grouped together. So the first thing that I thought was like, is there, because there's like standardized ways of grouping them together when they get combined.
Totally.
So I started thinking about like, okay, well, maybe you could get creative with that. Maybe you could combine and group things in a different way, a non-standard way, maybe a way that could like specifically suit the song rather than being the traditional way of doing it.
Yep.
And then, but what it makes me think about now is what parts, what instruments, and what voices could be playing certain melodies together. Because I'm especially thinking in that way because of this Alicia Keys song that I've been working on. It is a song that has like a melodic thing that is happening that sort of the entire band plays. It's kind of like a little musical characteristic that I personally I associate with like soul and R&B stuff.
Big time.
Where there's like a melodic move, and it's not just a guitar playing it or a little synthesizer playing it. It's like the bass player joins in.
Yep.
There's multiple keyboards that are following it. The guitar, like the whole freaking band makes this move together,
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's really cool because when you get into it, there's little moments throughout the song where different combinations of the instruments will either join or not join.
Right.
Sometimes the bass does the move too, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
And so on.
And it's amazing when you do stuff like that as an ensemble, because it almost comes out as like a single timbre sometimes. You know what I mean? Which is amazing. And then if you like you said, if you take something out, it becomes something else, and maybe only then you realize like, oh my God, that's not just some awesome synth part or something or whatever. That's like the whole band is in on this.
The whole band is doing it, yes.
Yeah.
And it gives it a certain quality and a certain timbre, like you say, that not any one of the instruments can accomplish.
Yep.
And especially when it gets broken up into harmony, and they're making the same move, but they're not all necessarily doing it with the same
note.
It's not necessarily in unison. They're not doing it with the same notes and everything. And then again, the question, what elements can be grouped together? So which ones will be in unison? Which ones will be on what harmony? Could you have more than one instrument hit the same harmony? In what combination? You can get really creative with it when you think about it.
I'm just kind of thinking of this off the top of my head, but it really makes sense that something like that is embedded deeply into R&B because of its roots in like gospel and choir music, because that's exactly how you'd have to structure like a group of vocalists. Is you'd have to be, okay, this group of people hits these notes, this group of people sing above them with this harmony, this group of people sing above them with that harmony, and to think about it, but that way, but with instrumentation as well as probably people too. It's just like it's a super gospel move to do.
Right, yeah, because in those choirs you write like 4 parts. I don't know how many actually it is, but it's like it's less than 10. Right. Parts of music that are gonna be assigned to and performed by like 50 plus people.
Yep.
So you got whole groups of people who are sharing the same part.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And like nobody does this kind of thing better than Alicia Keys. So it's definitely awesome to be able to listen to you break down all the harmony and the structure of the song and kind of dissect it like that. It's really interesting. Like we always say, it's really fun doing this kind of stuff, but it's also just like it's just fascinating and it makes us better musicians. Yeah, it really is. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe we should let's listen to it. Let's
you
listen
wanna
to
hear
Alicia Keys before we dive into World of Worlds.
All right, here. Tell me if you can hear this.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Can you hear that drum thing?
Sounds great.
All right. Here we go. I don't have a visual for you, so you
It's
get
okay.
to just look at our faces while we listen.
Sounds good.
So yeah, this is a temp version, temp mix, but like I notice like when I'm whenever I'm recording a new song, putting a song together, it hits these like plateaus of listenability.
Mm-hmm.
Like before the work that I did these last couple days, it was I feel like it was in a state where like I wouldn't want to show it to you.
Oh.
It's
okay.
like not listenable. There's so much of it that is like in my imagination
Mm-hmm.
that I know is going to be there that isn't on there, so I don't even want to show you because you won't. I feel like you won't get it if you listen to it. You know?
Sure.
But every once in a while, it'll hit these plateaus of like, yes,
Right.
like I could show somebody that like this actually sounds like I've reached a step.
Cool.
And so it's going to go beyond from here. There's more instruments that are going to come.
Cool.
And in this version that I'm going to show you right now, it has Alicia Keys' voice in it, singing the vocal.
Sweet.
And the finished version, obviously, is going to be me singing.
That's
But
the most interesting development of this whole track. I can't wait to uncover is how you're gonna approach this vocally. That'll be fascinating.
Yeah, I'm really excited to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, all that's left to do to this is put on synthesizers,
Mm-hmm.
my vocals,
Mm-hmm.
and then mix it.
Cool.
And, you know, some little dub elements and stuff.
Nice.
So, okay, here we go.
That little end part was sick.
It's nice, right?
Is that in the original too?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
cool.
That whole outro thing is all in the original.
Wow,
Yeah.
man. It is excellent. And I do love the Rocksteady feel. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds awesome.
It's nice, right?
It's really nice. Like, man, someday
Mhm.
we're gonna make a song. We're gonna make one of these fucking songs, and like, I'm just picturing like I wish Alicia Keys could hear that.
I know, me too, man.
Like, how cool would that be?
Yeah, I hope
Just
she
to,
does.
like,
I
get
hope
her-
I hope she hears it.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a wildly different interpretation of what she did originally. It's awesome. And also the bridge. I loved the bridge. I remember listening to the bridge on the original and thinking it was a little. I just remember thinking it was weird. Like, it'd be kind of hard to tackle.
Yes,
as
me too.
reggae. So,
Me too.
so I
That
think
part, I
I
was
think
like, uh-oh.
I think you did a really good job. I agree with you. It definitely ebbs and flows, and I can hear where you're probably gonna put in more stuff. But
Yeah.
you're right. When it's good, it's like fucking great. It's
Yeah.
really, really awesome.
Yeah. There's one of the issues to address with it from here to the finished product is like
Mhm.
decorating a lot of spaces that are kind of in between interesting moments right now.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a few moments where you're just kind of hanging out waiting for something to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
It's awesome though. You're doing a great job. You're killing it. It's such a fun song, and like it's one of those songs is just like it just is like made for reggae. Just sounds so good as a reggae tune.
yeah.
And I'll be the first to admit I've done some that don't or wouldn't or like probably wouldn't be the first thing you'd think of as a reggae song, but yeah, nailed it.
Yeah, like as soon as you put this to as soon as you put it to a rock steady feel,
Mm-hmm.
like you can hear the 60s in it.
Yep.
You can
Big-
hear
big
the classic melody that is in it that is interesting, like at least for me was pretty well hidden in the super modern production of the original song.
I agree. I totally agree with that. Like, and she's such a classic artist who, like, has been just produced in a more modern way, which is there's nothing wrong with that. It's probably,
No, that's one of the things that makes her awesome.
and it's probably one of the things that's made her become so successful too.
Yeah.
You know, she's playing within the confines of the times she's in. She's not trying to be Aretha Franklin or make an Aretha record or something. Like, she's Alicia Keys. You know, she's doing her own thing. But man, that influence is there. It's really right there under the surface. And yeah, as soon as you peel back the layers, it's like, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I know it when you put a 1968 band behind it, she sounds like she's singing something that like Alton Ellis could have been singing.
Totally. Big time.
Yeah.
Well, great work, man. I'm excited to hear more. I hope we get to do another stream of tracking with you on that if there's anything streamable to mine from that process.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there will be. I've tried to take this one, like not just wait for the streams to work on it, you know?
Right, yeah.
Because I want to release this before we move.
Big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a nice little send off. War of the Worlds and this that'll be our parting gift before the new year.
Yeah.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I'm bummed about. I'm bummed we're not gonna be able to just keep going. But if anything, the stream and the music we're making, everything's just gonna be better once we're in our new spaces anyway. So
yeah,
it'll be awesome.
And this will give us even more incentive to hurry up.
Yep.
And get our new studios set up. And
exactly.
Don't dilly dally.
Yeah,
we got work to do.
We don't know the timetable on that yet, but we'll obviously let you guys know as soon as we have a better idea. We'll see. But yeah, man, great work. Thanks, man. Sounds incredible.
Thank you.
Have you added a guitar skank to it yet? Because that was the one
Yes.
thing. If it is okay, so I would bump that up a little bit. I couldn't really hear it very well.
Okay. Yeah, it's not doing any embellishments
Yeah.
like the little fills and stuff. Only the piano is doing that.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you should play the rhythm guitar on this because you're better at those little things than me. Because I did this completely with those new shapes that we were talking about that we learned from Steve Golding, and I remembered his name this time. And like, so especially like in the chorus and some of these sections, it gets pretty complicated.
Yeah.
But with these voicings that I was using, I didn't have like my usual little embellishments. I just straight up didn't even know how to play them.
Right. Yeah, I'd definitely be happy to check it out and add a guitar. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun stream.
Yeah, man.
But also, like I said, when I was digging into some of our older tracks, like there have been a couple where I kept your skank and mine, and they kind of like because yours
Yes.
is much more mid-rangey, like low mids and mid-rangey, and mine is
Let me
like
show it to you.
way much more
Trebly.
high mids, trebly kind of
Yeah,
sounding.
you got that Telecaster skank.
Yeah, exactly. So it's actually a pretty cool blend to
Yes.
blend them. And then they, if I do embellishments or if we play embellishments, obviously, it's just kind of a cool thing that I don't hear a lot of like reggae songs do is have like multiple guitar skanks going.
Yeah, yeah. We should definitely do that with this because this is Wait, what was it? What element? How can elements be grouped?
Oh yeah,
What is it?
what elements can be grouped?
Two guitar skanks.
Two guitar skanks. Why not?
What was I gonna say? Is yeah. So you have the Telecaster skank going on. This one is one of the Les Pauls that I'm borrowing. I won't say which one because I want both John Roy and Bob White to
Assume it's theirs.
yes, and to be glad
Right.
and happy that I am using their guitar.
That's awesome.
I don't want either one of them to feel like I'm not using their guitar. So
Right.
I used one of them for this. Let's see. Here.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a
So-
great tone.
Here's the chorus.
Yeah, it's dark. It's dark like the piano, so I'm not surprised that
Yeah.
it blends in. It blends like right in there. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, the bridge part, yeah, is so crazy.
it's wild.
Whoops.
So sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Those are my favorite kind of tracks too that like just do something really interesting that you have to make reggae, like you have to force into the reggae hole. Like it's awesome. It's just they always turn out so cool.
Force into the reggae hole. Yes. But yeah, it makes good results, man. And like I think I've talked about this before, but one of the most influential albums of all time to me is Radio Dread.
Oh god, yeah.
When Easy Star All Stars did a reggae version of
OK
Computer.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, those guys are like the people who made what we do for a living, basically, like
Possible.
popular.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and they still have set the bar like higher than anybody else, including us, has reached.
Yeah.
Nobody has done reggae versions as well as them since then.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, because that one is full of musical ideas that don't fit into a reggae song.
Yep.
And they kept all of them.
Yep.
And they sound just like they did in the original. They serve the exact same purpose. They have the same emotional impact.
Yep.
They're completely unaltered in the spirit of those musical ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And they work perfectly.
Yep.
In Jamaican styles.
Yeah. And it's like, you listen to OK Computer, not the first album I would think to do a dub version of. Really not. Dark Side of the Moon, sure, I guess.
Yes.
In a way.
Yeah, that's one that you listen to and you're like, oh, this would...
Yeah.
I could picture what this would sound like.
Aside from money, it's pretty clear you could basically do it. But yeah, radio, OK Computer, it's just... they're such like a guitar heavy band, especially in that time period. Like they had big ass rock guitars everywhere, and OK Computer is like, there's guitars all over that record. It's like a crazy guitar fest on that record.
Yeah.
And you just would think like, okay, the way these guitars are playing off each other, it's just there's not a lot of room for reggae there, like, but.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. They kind of they make it work, which is awesome. Ooh, Criselda's in the YouTube chat.
Oh, yeah.
She just
dropping in to say wagwan. I taught her what wagwan is the other day.
That's awesome.
Because we drove by this Jamaican restaurant in LA. It's called, I think it's called Wagwan Cafe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I taught Criselda she just learned what wagwan is, and she's using it absolutely appropriately.
Yeah.
Good job, Criselda.
Yeah. God, if anyone out there has not had Jamaican food before, fucking go eat it. It's goddamn good. Jamaican jerk, anything is just like the shit.
Yep.
Anyway, let's get started on world shit. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So let's see. I think today we should work on this one. It's called Under the Martian Heel.
Love it.
Yeah? Are you into that? Or the other one is The Coming of the Martians.
And that's one I sent you like 2 months ago and then forgot about it completely.
Do you still want to use this?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I think like I would give you the most liberty with that one to just do anything to. But I definitely want to use it. Why not? But yeah, this Under the Martian Heel one, I tracked 2 War of the Worlds tunes last weekend, and I really enjoyed how they both turned out. I used that Adam Monroe theremin on both, which was really cool, as like a top line thing. And yeah, I was trying to bring like real like cinematic qualities to both of them. Like the tune we worked on last week has that crazy intro, and this one. Can
we listen to the intro one more time? I just
it's wild.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just like.
No, it's okay.
Okay. In the beginning, there was dub.
Yep. So this is the first track for sure.
This is the opening?
Yeah. It's got to be.
I just want to hear the intro.
Yeah. So good. It's seriously so good. That choir has grown on me so much. Like, I love it.
I'm glad you love it.
I love it.
Love that little guitar in the back, that like Clint Eastwood guitar.
Totally. Martians are about to land. Oh, the Farfisa. I forgot about the Farfisa.
That. Me too.
So sick. I love it. That was thanks to John Roy. I'm gonna have to make sure to I'm gonna have to add thank yous to like everybody who adds ideas in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, man. This has become like a big collaborative like group effort now.
Yeah,
that we do it in front of peeps.
Mm-hmm. It's a group project for sure. So yeah, today I love how that one turned out. That one's like ready to go as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, today we'll do Under the Martian Heel. Okay. And I forget every single time what the hell these chord progressions are called. So there's tritone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm using tritone chord progressions in this, and also the
is it chromatic
mediants?
Mediant.
Yeah, chord progressions.
What is that, Nate?
Chromatic mediants are from planet Zoltar, and they talk like this.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay, thank you for that explanation.
Yeah.
And with that, we will move on.
Yep. I forget the actual like musical definition of chromatic mediants. Let's look it up right now.
Okay. Yeah, you Google this thing. I do this exact same thing a lot of the times too. Is like I'll learn about a concept, a musical concept, music theory, and get this idea like, dude, oh my God, I need to do that with this. Do this with that in a song, and then I'll do it, and then forget what that concept was.
Yeah. The Wikipedia definition for chromatic median is literally 4 paragraphs long, so I'm just gonna say.
Well, let's see. I may be wrong, but let's see. Isn't it when like so if you have a chord, like the middle note in the chord, the root note of the next chord is going to be 1 half step away from the middle note of the current chord that you're playing, or something like that?
Yeah, it's something like that. And basically the reason we use it is because it's like a heavily ingrained sci-fi writing technique. We've done the same thing on the Star Trek album, the second Star Trek album. We did on the TNG one. There's at least one song where we do chromatic mediants, but this one there's also like a tritone chord progression thing happening as well.
Okay. In the chat, if you can explain, if you know what chromatic mediants are, please.
Yeah, if
help
you know
us.
better, if you know
What is
music
it?
better than us, please speak up.
Yeah. We can play them. We just can't.
But you know, there's
what they are.
There's 2 definitions for chromatic mediants anyway, because there's the musical one,
And then there's the one that is more commonly known in the Zeta Reticuli system.
Zoltar.
Zoltar.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear this.
Yep. So, Under the Martian
that's
Heel,
pretty tight.
this is what I've got so far for that one. Oh yeah, this is just the theremin just going wild.
Nice. It's groovy. So you don't know what these chords are?
I can figure it out. I can't remember, but we'll figure them out.
Yeah, you can hear the sci-fi quality in that change.
Yep. So yeah, this is like the chromatic medium part. And then the other part is like more of a tritonal.
Just 2 sections?
Yep.
Nice.
So yeah, it is B flat major, F sharp major,
Okay.
and then the next section is E major to B flat major. And the only weird thing in this song is I can't remember when it happens, but there's a middle section where, and this only happens once in the whole song, but each chord progression lasts twice as long as it usually does.
Okay. Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the DX7 keyboard tone.
I love it.
Oh yeah, and feel free, no need to follow my bass line at all. Totally temp.
Bye, Roy.
Bye,
Thanks
Roy.
for dropping in.
Yeah, thanks,
man.
bud.
UK.
Yep,
Yeah, man. I'm glad that. We should keep doing it at this time,
I agree.
so our brothers can hang out with us.
Yep.
And sisters.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Come up
So
with a
yeah,
bass line here.
no need to follow my bass line, but one thing I do like about it is the how much it emphasizes like the one drop kind of feel, where it leaves open beats 1 and 2 and then comes in on 3. I do really like that, but I'm
Okay.
kind of open to whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Like as far as the actual line goes, I'm not like tied to it at all. And the other thing the thing I like about this tune is like I love writing stuff that manages to sound kind of creepy and spooky without using any minor chords. Like with just using major chords, you can make it sound like eerie and kind of weird and spooky. Because it's easier if you just use minor chords or like diminished chords or something like that. But to do that with major chords, it gives it much more of a weird alien feel. It's very cool.
That's true. You are cool, Nate.
Thank you. You're welcome for pointing that out. For me pointing it out.
Okay, let me get my action cam going.
All right.
What do you think about Dot?
Engage action cam mode.
Oh, that's too close, though. Oh, shit! I mean, shoot.
Shoot.
There we go. You can see how dirty my room, or not dirty, but messy my room is right now.
It's all good.
Fam.
All good.
Let's feel it out now.
Let's
feel it with me now. Excuse me.
Under the Martian heel.
Could just be that.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, it is.
There we go.
Oh, there's the double one.
Then at the end it vamps out. Unless this is the double section. It might
Yeah, I
be.
think this is the middle double.
Yeah. Yep.
Double.
Yep.
I don't think it needs to be any more than that.
No, maybe not.
you think? Is
Yeah.
it too? Is it too simple?
Part of me feels like it might be a bit too simple,
Okay.
but it would totally work. I just wonder, maybe we could brainstorm something we could do to spice it up just a little bit.
Okay.
Like, my first thought would be to just steal a rhythm from another reggae song.
Yep.
Although that's hard because we can't really listen to other ones right now. But that would be my first thought. Would be obviously the notes are what they are, and they're very not reggae. Like the progression. But yeah, I wonder what else we could do.
Whoa, what is happening?
Yeah, something's fuzzy. There you go. Ooh.
So.
Oh man, that's pretty dope. I know I said just pick another reggae rhythm. I didn't say pick my favorite of all time, but that'll work.
Yeah, me too, man. That is my favorite bass line of any song, any
Yep.
style ever.
Totally. Wild. That is so wild. Yeah, that's gonna be different.
How are we gonna do that one? Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah, man.
Guten Tag, Guten Morgen from here.
Yep.
Probably Guten Abend for you.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm back here. So, part of what makes that bass line, by the way, is Waterhouse Rock by the Wailing Souls.
Yep.
But I think though that part of what makes that bass line freaking that tempo is on that song. It's like,
Yeah, it's much slower.
it's like it's hard to play a song as slow as that one is.
Yeah.
So it has a different feel at this tempo,
It does.
but it's not bad though.
No,
Do you
I
like
don't
it
think
better?
so.
Do you like it better than the old one?
I do. I think it's really cool. It's interesting. You know, I think give yourself license to change the rhythm on the second section if you need to. But hey, we got a new Twitch follower, VV Groovy.
Woo!
Yay!
Follow on Twitch
Yo,
and every other platform too.
thank you.
Anyway.
So yeah.
So yeah, give it.
Yeah, go
Afford
ahead.
yourself the opportunity to change the rhythm on the second section if you need to. I don't think that would be a bad thing, but could be cool just to keep it straight the whole time with that rhythm.
So
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
yeah.
like a tongue twister.
Yeah, it is. No. And then the other challenging part is another big part of the original bass line and what makes it work is that the bass line plays completely straight against a swing.
Right.
So
good. It's so magical, that whole song.
Yeah. Those notes, those three. So I could play those completely straight against the swing that this song has. Ah, shit.
The tempo probably makes it more difficult, though, I would imagine. Sounds so good. So wild.
And it kind of continues the theme of what we did in one of the other War of the Worlds songs, where we completely quoted a classic reggae song.
Which one did we? Which one was that?
It was.
I remember I basically inadvertently quoted the whole Mars opera thing or whatever.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, in the intro, the Gustav Holst.
Yep.
Holst.
Yep.
Here, let me open it up. It is this song here.
Oh God, I forgot about this song already.
Oh yeah, with the backwards guitars.
So nuts. Oh man, this song is so awesome.
So this one is also just a
that bass line,
a quoting of a sorry, I'm trying to talk to you while I'm
it's okay.
looking through stuff at the same time, but it's a quoting of what is it called? Get Ready. It's
you're
early
right.
Reggae song.
You're right.
It's an early reggae song. Let's see. And the melody. That.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the little keyboard melody you did.
So between that and the Gustav Holst quote, we already have a theme going.
Yep.
Of like quoting classic Mars-based music and classic reggae. So this is kind of cool. It kind of keeps it going.
I love it. Yeah, and you know what we'll do? We'll make sure in the album credits we'll credit and like link to like the original tracks and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be a cool thing to do.
Why not?
All right, Ming.
Yeah. It's really gelling now. You're finding the pocket with it.
It's so funny because the bass line on its own, like my ear can't make sense out of it.
Totally.
But when it's in the song, it sounds perfect.
Yep. Yeah. It's so wild. It's another thing, like half steps and tritones are just like, it's not what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
The ear doesn't want to jump from there to there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna track this bass.
All right.
And while you're listening for quality control, also think about our today's oblique strategy.
Of course.
Which is what?
Which elements can be grouped?
Okay.
Which elements can be grouped?
It's cool that our show kind of has like a Sesame Street type vibe to it now, like brought to you by the letter P. Or like Pee-wee, like, that's the word of the day.
You know, I don't want to dive into topical politics on this show, so can we please refrain from bringing up Big Bird or anything like that?
Right.
I don't want to get political or too serious here, so.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Big Bird's our homie. Big time.
That's right. Big Bird, big time.
Big homie.
All right, let's do it.
Yep. Tough.
Nope, that's the original.
Yep.
Whoops. Okay.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's a tongue twister.
It is.
Wow.
Okay, I got it.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn up the drums in my headphone.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That was gone.
Wow.
That was good.
Yeah. The feel was there. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of wrong notes in it.
It's all right. Woo. Yeah, it's a it's one of those things that it's so the chord progression's so antithetical to regular reggae that like your hand probably just doesn't want to go there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what's happening. Like I need to break muscle memory. Like there's certain automatic patterns that my hand wants to move to this fret.
Yep.
Because it has a million times before, but this is not. It's going to the one that I've trained my brain to avoid.
Yep.
Yep. All right. All right.
You're getting there, buddy.
Yep. Take it from there. Oh, you hear my cat?
Yeah, let's get the cat on there.
That's like her phrase that she says. It must mean something because she says it often. I haven't
Yeah.
decoded what it means.
It's probably like, stop doing what you're doing and look at me instead.
Ah,
That's my dog.
strong theory.
Yeah,
Strong theory.
that is 100% my dog's communication.
That's how it sounds.
Yep. Yeah. Wow.
See, now she's saying variations of it.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, let's take it from here.
Sweet. Yeah, man.
You digging it?
Yeah, I love it. I'm really glad we decided to use that rhythm. It's so sick. Like forcing that into this chord progression is the weirdness I was hoping to squeeze out of this.
Good. And yeah, it's cool to create a bridge between completely traditional and completely experimental.
Totally. Yeah, it really is.
Because like we said before, that's probably both of our, I know it is for me, our favorite bass line of all time.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's partially because of the note choices, but more than half of why it's so great to me is the rhythm, the rhythmic quality of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's preserved here. I mean, I think the original bass player is playing it better, hitting that pocket better than I am.
I mean, it's but it's also because the tempo's faster. Like it's hard. Like the slower tempo just really makes that kind of what it is. I think.
Totally. Yes. Yeah.
So here
it's such a slow tempo. Yeah.
Yeah. You're kind of losing a little bit of the nuance of what makes that bass line so cool, but it's still like really, really great at this tempo.
And I'm also realizing right now that it's not just that is my favorite bass line.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably way more that it's my favorite, like that individual performance of that bass line.
Yeah.
Specifically. It's not just like if a different player played it in a cover version of that song that it would still be my favorite bass line. It's totally that performance on the original album.
Totally. And that's, for me, that song, like the original Wailing Souls version and the Scientist version, it's just those are like top 10 for me. Like, I mean, they're both kind of interchangeable for me. Like, I love them both, but yeah. So good. Also, I noticed they're re-releasing Grand Theft Auto again.
Yes.
And Scientist shit is still on the game radio, which I'm really surprised about.
Really?
Yeah.
He wouldn't have pulled it?
Yeah, because he's posted about it on Facebook several times that like they kind of fucked him over and he's not happy about it.
Well, that might give some clue as to why it's still there, because it's not up to him.
Totally.
He doesn't own it.
Yeah, I bet you he's pissed. But
he probably doesn't even own that stuff.
Yeah. Ugh, that's a bummer. But yeah, I was really surprised when I saw it. I looked at, they released like a list of all the songs on the remaster that are going to be on there. And some of them, they said at the beginning, they're like, oh yeah, we couldn't get the rights to all the songs. And I'm like, okay, well, K-Ja, the Grand Theft Auto 3 reggae station, that's going to be gone. And nope, they're all still there.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, surprising.
Does it still have the, like, the DJ, the radio DJs of Sly and Robbie and shit? It was Sly and Robbie, wasn't it?
Well, on Grand Theft Auto 3, it's someone else. I forget who it is, but on San Andreas, it's Sly and Robbie. I think it's San Andreas is the one with Sly and Robbie, but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know if Vice City had a reggae station or not. I know San Andreas did, though. But Vice City was like all like 80s pop stuff for the most
80s
part.
pop and Latin. They replaced the Jamaican, because they put the Jamaican thing in there because it was like New York City.
Right. Yeah.
And when they went to
San Andreas
was like
was
a
just
Cuban thing.
Yeah, and San Andreas was just all over the map. It was just super diverse in every genre, kind of.
Well, because it's L.A.
Yeah, L.A. And
just
remember,
like how L.A. actually is.
Remember, in that game, the original game, it's L.A., San Francisco, and Las Vegas. It's not just L.A.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, they have all the country music and shit.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
All right, let's keep going on this one.
Yeah, let's do it. Switches back real quick.
Yep. Man, God, it is. It is. It's partly because it's just like in the fucking morning, like it's. It's hard to. I mean, it's 11:27 a.m. here. I'm used to doing this at 11:27 p.m.
Yeah, it's gonna be an adjustment for sure. Like, but yeah, I will tell you though. So far, we have gotten way more people watching.
Good.
Like a lot more than before.
Whatever it takes to get more attention for me.
Give it to us.
Pay attention to me. Give me followers and subscribers. I'll do anything.
Give it to us. Give
Seriously,
us.
it's probably good for me. It's probably more healthy to like get used to doing this when the sun is up. You know?
Yeah,
it's probably for the best.
Typically that's when most people work, is when the sun is up.
Yeah. Collab Rec says, wasn't Lee Perry? Yeah, I think Lee Perry was the radio DJ in Grand Theft Auto 3.
Shut up. Was he
Yeah,
really?
I think it was Lee Perry.
Oh my god, that'd be so sweet.
I think
Keja.
he definitely was for one of them. No, it's the other way around. I think Sly and Robbie is GTA 3 and Lee Perry is the DJ in either San Andreas or GTA 4.
Okay. Let's see.
GTA 4 is like the most underrated one to me.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's kind of
GTA 4 was a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, that one's great, and it's kind of like the bastard child now. Like they kind of just pretend it didn't happen.
Totally.
It's crazy. That was a huge game, and it was really fun. Like
it might be my. I don't know.
Who knows? I bet you
pick a favorite.
Someday when they do Grand Theft Auto 6, 20 years after that, they'll remaster 4, 5, and 6. They'll do the same thing, but they'll wait until it's like a whole thing. I'm looking up the Keja radio. I can't find who was the host.
I'm pretty sure it's Sly and Robbie and GTA 3. Collab Rec, maybe you can establish some truth here.
Yeah.
But, I think
because that sounds
Sly
right.
and Robbie in 3 and Lee Perry in San Andreas.
Yeah.
But so I sometimes I want to say that 4 is my favorite one, but I can't when I think of some of the other ones.
I'm seeing one. It looks like he might be the host on Grand Theft Auto 5's. Is that true? Can that be it?
Is it?
I'm looking.
Does GTA 5 have a reggae?
I don't remember.
Station?
I have not played. Okay, it says on the Grand Theft Auto Wiki .com.
Yes.
He voiced himself. Lee Perry voiced himself as the DJ of the Blue Arc radio station in Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. So he was in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh,
that was the one.
There you go.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. I don't even remember there being a reggae station in 5. But
here's my hot take: is I can't say which one is my favorite when I go through them, but my hot take is my least favorite is GTA 5.
Yeah, me too. I
maybe
think,
that take isn't so hot.
No, I don't think so. I think that if you asked me this 10 years ago, I would have been like, you're insane. Grand Theft Auto 5 is awesome. But now that we've had Grand Theft Auto 5 for 10, 11 years now,
is it really that old?
Yeah, dude. It came out in 2013, so almost 10 years. Not quite.
I mean, honestly, I felt that way.
It came out on PlayStation 3. I bought it on PlayStation 3.
Wow.
Like, that's when it came out. It was, and they always time their games to, like, they basically make a next gen game by maxing out the current gen's technology. So like they made a PS4 game and fit it into a PS3 like framework and made it work. And then obviously the PS4 one was even better. And now they're trying to put it out on PS5 as another. And it's just like, dude, stop. Like, just make a new game. Like, but the difference is you and me grew up with the original ones where it was all about just the solo campaign, and now all of it is just this online shit, and I like could care less about that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I never play that shit.
But they just get way more money from that model.
Way more money.
It's way more profitable. Yeah.
Microtransactions and like people buying the skins and buying all the packs for whatever the fuck and all this shit. Like I get it. It's way more lucrative for them, but like I'm pretty sure one of the guys like Dan Hauser, he like quit like this past year. He retired like out of nowhere.
Wow.
He just,
I mean, he is the fucking creator.
He's the
of
guy
that and Red Dead Redemption.
Mm-hmm. He's like the guy, and he just was. He's out now. He's done. He's not doing it anymore. So it kind of.
Hopefully, he's about to make a new game on his own.
That'd be cool.
Like the game developers do that a lot. Like a lot of the great game developers, their greatest games have been released under like 3 different fucking developer houses names. Because they keep moving. Mm-hmm. The place gets too big, and then they go off on their own and make another great game, and then that gets too big, and they go off again. And you know,
I mean, it's just like it's one of those things too, where it's like you're basically responsible for like the best video games of all time, and you're probably like a multi-billionaire at this point. It's like.
I know, dude.
Dude's got nothing left to prove. Like, who cares?
That's like if both the Beatles and the Beach Boys were the brainchild of the same individual.
Yeah.
You know, like GTA and Red Dead Redemption are both
this dude
created by the same guy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if as soon as they put out 6, I am there. But other than that, I could kind of care less. Although the new remasters of the old games look pretty cool, but I don't think I'm gonna get them. I mean, I played those fucking things out when I was a kid.
Yeah, exactly. I have over the years like definitely had moments where I'm like, damn, I should play Vice City again.
Totally.
I should play San Andreas again. Mm-hmm. But I feel so confident that if I did buy it and boot it up, like 20 minutes in, I'd be like, dude, I've already played this.
Totally. Yeah, exactly.
It's like burn this into my brain.
Yeah. I feel the same way about 5 even, because like I played the fuck out of 5. Yep. I loved it. And then I was just like, all right, I beat it. I'm done. I don't need to. And I tried playing online, but everyone is like so good, or they have like max money or whatever the fuck, and it's just like not even fun. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
But
one thing that I have saved for myself, and I did this on purpose, is I saved another. I'm waiting. I think I'm halfway, maybe 2/3 of my waiting period through till when I can do a second playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I actually never finished it. I got really far and then didn't finish it.
Wait, do you remember like what was happening?
Yeah,
when you stopped.
It was like after all the shit goes down with the cops, and there's the big shootout at their like Riverside plantation, and then everyone scatters. Everyone, like, goes
when
their
they get to
separate ways.
like things turn dark.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The good days are over.
Yeah,
for sure.
Everybody scatters. So I got it to like Arthur's like in Saint Denis. And I think that's as far as I got. And then I couldn't keep playing it for a while because I had other shit going on. Oh. And then by the time I came back to it, I was just like, I don't even remember what happened. Like, I just want to play it over again.
My God,
yeah,
Nate.
I know.
This is like, like I stopped like 25 minutes before the end of The Sixth Sense, man. I just like.
Was I really close to the? Was that like really close?
Busy,
was it really close to the end?
Yeah, dude, of like one of the most like iconic like shared experiences in all of gaming.
I know.
It's like, you know, like
I hate it.
The final chapters of the story of Red Dead Redemption is like
I have no idea what happens.
Is like the shared fucking canon of gamerhood.
Yeah, no, I have not. Oh my God. I went fishing a lot. I did a lot of fishing. I hunted. Yeah. That was fun.
I know, dude. Like that game, you just go off like, what am I gonna do today? Like, I'm off work today. Mm-hmm. I have like 6, 7, 8 hours to just play Red Dead Redemption 2. What am I gonna do? And you're like, I'm gonna pack my stuff. I'm gonna go on a hunting trip.
Totally.
That's what I'm gonna do today.
It's fucking awesome.
It's so sick.
It's so sick. Yeah, if you would have told me 10 years ago, like, Rockstar is going to make a game primarily based around, like, one of the better side quests is you're going to go fishing, I would have been like, wow, sounds like they have lost their way.
And no one assigns it to you.
Yeah.
Just you
just decide to go do it.
Person just decide that is what you're going to do. And you get your own rewards.
Yep.
You set your own goals.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was weird because I remember a lot of people just being like, I find it extremely relaxing just to play Red Dead Redemption and just like sit out in nature. And I'm like, man, doesn't that say a lot about our society right now? We're all like so desperate to like just be outside or just like be in a relaxing place. We'll just do it in a video game to like fill that void. Like,
yeah.
Wild. Anyway, let's
this song.
Yeah, let's do the song.
This goddamn song's getting in the way of
Talking
video
about
games.
Yeah,
Nick.
seriously.
God. Let's finish this stupid song
Yeah.
you played GTA.
Please.
All right. Yeah, I hate music. Kidding.
Joking. Jokes.
Wait a second, that doesn't line up. Did I get the bass line backwards? That's why I got confused. I came back in, I turned the bass line around. Turn the bass around. You like that note?
Yeah.
It's a new note that it's a E half flat.
Yeah. What's that known as in like I want to say like in Indian music, like they play notes in
Microtone.
Microtones. Yeah, that's what it is.
But I mean that's a exonym. That's a name that Westerners call it. I mean,
An exonym.
yeah, dude. An exonym.
I am an exonym. We are here to exo your nims.
Exo your nims. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, an exonym is a name that only outsiders use.
Oh, okay.
So like you know, like
if you went to the UK and were like, "Hey, can I get some fries?" and they're like, it's actually chips. Thanks for the exonym. Thanks for that fucking exonym, though.
It's more like how we call like we call Germany, and people from Germany Germans.
Oh.
They don't call themselves that.
Oh. Not Deutschland? I always thought maybe they just called it Deutschland.
Exactly. That's a name that outsiders use for them.
Oh.
You know?
Right.
That they don't use themselves.
Right.
Kind of like how people say Paso Robles.
Oh, yeah. God.
Exonym.
Yeah.
Or and say, "Oh, you're from San Fran."
Oh, God. That's the
Exonym.
worst. That's a bad one. That's one it's hard to explain to people. Like, it's like, dude, don't say that. Don't call it San Fran. That's really bad.
Because they always feel so good about themselves whenever they say it.
Yeah, like to them, they're like, oh, yeah, I've been to San Fran. Like I know that town. Like I visited there. It's San Fran. Like it's
San
like
Fran.
I have a shorthand for it because
Like I've earned the right. Like
Yeah.
I'm in. I've
Yeah,
earned
I'm
the
in.
right to
Yeah,
say it.
it's
and then
San
you
Fran.
have to burst their bubble.
Yeah, and you're like,
now you're actually done.
yeah, literally no one calls it that.
And then so what the fuck am I saying? Oh yeah. So I feel like microtones and microtonality.
Mm-hmm.
That thing that you're talking about in like music from like South Asia
Mm-hmm.
and shit uses that. I feel like calling it microtonality could be an exonym because why would it need to be called microtone? Like to them, wouldn't it just be tones?
Yes, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, because they use an entirely different like system of
Yeah, it's only
music.
micro because it's in between hours.
Right. Yeah. But to them, it's like if you were
These
to
are
ask,
tones.
if you were to
These
ask,
are the notes.
yeah, if you were to ask Western, like a Western music theorist, it's like basically they would describe it as like they have extra notes or something,
Yes.
where it's not really how they would think about it. Those just
Dude,
are the notes.
I got hired to sing on this Indian
God,
movie trailer.
I want to hear this so badly.
I do too. As soon as it comes out, I'm
Yeah.
gonna share it with you and everybody.
We should
because I'm
we
so
should
excited to hear
watch the trailer on stream.
it. Yeah,
That would be fucking awesome.
but I was lucky because they sent me this cue that has a vocal like that has microtonality in it.
Oh fuck.
You know, it has like Eastern notes
Mm-hmm.
that basically my brain can't even hear
Yeah.
and can't find to be able to sing, you know?
Yeah.
And so luckily they were like, you know, do whatever you want. Like, you don't have to do this exactly. And I was like, thank God. And I was explaining to these dudes that like, because I fucking can't,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Like my brain can only sing the Western moves.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I can't even imagine approaching that. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall that day.
Yeah, it was a lot of me goes, ah! Like just fucking, it was great. It was really cool. It was fun.
Oh God.
I asked Chriselle to like run some errands, like just because I need no one to be in the house while I'm just ah! Like my
Holy
neighbors were
fucking
like,
shit.
what the fuck?
That was so funny.
Oh man. And then I did loads of like,
Dude,
all kinds of cool shit. It was fun.
I have to hear this.
I can't wait to show you when it. But I mean, for all I know, the final version will come out, and there'll be one little thing like
Yeah.
there. That was me. That was the only part that they kept.
Yeah. I hope
Okay.
for all our sakes that is not the case. I want to hear all of your microtonality in all its glory.
No, I didn't do any. I did like
Right.
a thing using Western notes, and so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll
Hey,
see what they do.
real quick,
Yep.
shout
What's up?
out to, I'm going to totally fuck up this name because it looks like the name Ryan, but with an L in front of it instead of an R. So it's Liren, maybe? Liren144 says in the YouTube chat, hey guys, I just wanted to say I freaking love your work. Thank you.
Aw,
Awesome.
thanks, Liren.
Thank
Lyran.
you, Liren. We love you.
We love you. I'm glad you're here with us.
You're what makes this stream cool.
Yeah, because it's definitely not us.
Trust me, we've done streams where like just no one watches and it's not as fun. Just
Ah,
not
cool.
not as good.
Yep. Yep. All right, bass time.
All right.
The hell am I doing? Where am I?
I have no idea.
This song
We've-
that you wrote is very confusing.
It is really confusing, and we've completely lost the thread after talking about Grand Theft Auto and microtonality for 45 minutes.
yeah, yeah, I know. Speaking of like what my brain can do, I'm like, wait, what is this?
Yep.
I started playing the song. Like, where am I? Keep doing that. Simple pleasures.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it gets.
I thought I'd gamble if that was the one where it starts to vamp. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm feeling lucky.
No.
Nope.
You know, I did that
Unlucky.
with my own track. Like, I didn't put markers down, and when I was like tracking like keys or whatever for it, I was just like, how am I lost right now? Like,
I wrote this.
How did I manage to lose my own way in my own song?
Oh man.
Oh, Liren says, blunts up.
Blunts up, dog.
Yep.
Blunts. Bust
Okay.
out your, bring out your blunts. Bring out your blunts.
Okay, I'm really curious. I have to ask, Liren, can you give us an indication in the chat if, one, is that your name, and two, is that the correct way to pronounce it? Liren. Liren.
Please.
Yeah, please, thank you.
After your blunt.
Yeah,
Pull.
after you take a giant blunt pull, please. Uh-oh. Ah. Okay, you're back. That was weird. Source
Yeah.
Connect cut out for 2 seconds, but you're back.
Well, I could say the same to you. That you're back. I heard the little sound that was like,
Nate's leaving.
Oh, yeah? Well, I fucking hurt. Yeah, okay.
I made it to the end here. All right, cool.
Oh, we gotta say what up. Groove Stranger is here. He is
Nice.
He's been watching. He's just at work,
Mm.
being quiet.
I'm
He
so
says-
curious as to where does Groove Stranger work?
Yeah.
I need to know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I need to replay the intro to this? I can't remember if I made some mistake in the intro.
Also, just gonna fill you in. There's more developments on Liren. Liren says it's after the Lyra constellation. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but it's after the instrument Lyra, like in ancient Greek.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then he indicates that he has indeed been smoking weed.
Oh, good. Good,
Yeah.
good, good.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Well, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to replay the intro to this.
Okay.
You can obviously edit and cut it out earlier if you want it to start later or what have you.
Yeah, my thoughts were to actually have no bass come in until you hear those initial chords. So the drums
Okay.
would kind of just be by themselves in the very, very beginning.
All right, let's do that then. That's probably better. Yeah, as soon as the chords came in, I was like, I think I came in too early.
Yeah, that's okay.
Is it though? Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yep. By the way, I just have to make note. This stream at this time has been a rousing success.
Rousing.
Rousing.
Are you we are roused?
Roused.
So roused.
yeah.
Hashtag roused.
The Twitch chat and
Hashtag
the YouTube
stay roused.
Twitch and YouTube chats are hashtag stay roused. Okay, that's the new official hashtag
roused.
stay roused.
Are you saying Liren is in the YouTube chat? The
Yeah,
last
he's in the
YouTube,
YouTube
chat that I see is from Collabrec.
Well, your shit's fucked up then.
Something's up with my S. Yeah, let me reload my S.
Oh, he's saying, I really enjoyed the Talking Heads mix, guys. Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you, me, and the Talking Heads would all agree with you.
Yeah, man.
That
I'm glad you enjoyed that. That, I think, is like my favorite thing I've ever done in my entire life up until this point.
yeah,
So happy with that.
yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, it's because I'm not connected to the internet for some reason.
Yeah, so Liren, are you talking about the Wise Owl Talking Heads cover that we did of Heaven? Because if you're not, you should definitely check that one out. Or are you talking about the Black Market Talking Heads?
Oh, yes, that's true.
yeah,
There's
which
lots of
there's a couple
lots of
Talking Heads
Heads
things now.
Yeah, which one do you mean?
Yeah, which one?
And me and Nate are going to feel good about it. We're gonna have like our own little competition between ourselves as to which one you mean.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're talking about his or mine.
Yep.
Okay.
Whoa,
So
we're
I think
back.
I got the bass here. Whoa.
Yellow.
I think I got the bass going here, man.
Man. Hell yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right, so Liren was talking about your version.
He was. Yeah.
Good.
But I posted the link, Liren, to the Wise Owl one, which is more recent. And yeah, we both
We did it together.
did it together. I did a dub mix of it. I played guitar on it, and Brandon sang all over it and played everything else. Super, super killer. He has a really interesting question, actually. Or she, I don't know. Are you or they? I don't know. I don't want to be presumptuous here. Have you ever thought about converting your music to 432 hertz frequency or 528 hertz? I'm going to go ahead and say no, because everything was based around 440 hertz, right?
Yeah, I've never heard of 528.
Yeah, no, me neither. So I have heard that 440 hertz, God, I'm not going to be able to explain this well because I don't totally understand it well enough to speak on it, but there is like a more, like, I guess, sonically harmonious frequency to base your tunings off of, and maybe
I've heard that too.
maybe that is one of those that he's talking about. And I
Like
have
it's
heard
more natural or something like that.
yeah, and I have heard of people doing that. I've never done it.
Yeah, I remember Stevie Wonder does that. I remember when as I used to work for a company where Stevie Wonder, amongst many other people, used to rehearse, and I was the engineer who was in there like doing sound for them while they rehearsed. And Stevie Wonder, everything that he did, all of his recordings and even playing live, he doesn't, the tonal center or the tonal reference or however you say it is not 440.
Right.
It was, let's see, you're saying 432
Or 528.
28. I'm not. Oh, healing sound frequencies. You got it. So his was neither. It was like 442 or 438 or something like that. It was like slightly different, like imperceptibly different. But the tricky thing is that our guys who worked for the company who rent them all of the gear, all the keyboards and all the guitars and everything, had to like go in and program everything that they rent to Stevie Wonder to transpose it just a little bit.
Wow. Yeah, because I would
it'll be
imagine
off.
that would be the trickiest fucking part, is if you pulled out a synth or a keyboard or something, an electronic instrument. It's like, what? This is all, everything's like just slightly off. It would be
Just barely out of tune.
It would drive me insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liren's also getting into some fun, like 90s-esque, like X-Files conspiracies. Like, he says that apparently John Lennon got in trouble for it with the CIA for tuning his songs to
What songs?
something.
Now
I'm curious.
Like,
yeah, I'm
what
very
piece
curious.
of music is it?
Yeah, which one? Imagine.
Imagine what?
Dude.
I know, I'm kidding. Okay. All right, so we got bass here.
Yep.
Bass has landed.
Wonderful.
What else would you like to hear on this song, old lady?
It's pretty good. I mean,
There's lots of dub material here.
yeah, the main thing is bass for sure. I've got a weird little top line for it. I've got the skank. I mean, the only thing I could think of would be some kind of synthy thing, but honestly, we might not need to do anything on it. Or like a stick. You could do a stick part for it if you really wanted to. But I'm going to say for this one, like, I'm really happy with it. I'm no pressure to add more, basically, is kind of what I'm getting at.
Let's see what the stick would sound like, because that's
Sure.
a good idea.
Yeah, that could be cool.
I'm going to use Bob's guitar today.
Nice.
I found that this one sounds better than John Roy's for stick specifically, but I think it's only because the strings are newer.
Ooh, John Roy, did you hear that? Fucking brand.
He's gonna be so pissed off. Oh my god.
I don't think John's with us today, but hopefully, I bet you we the time change we didn't catch him, but oh well.
Yeah, he'll watch it. He'll get in the comments later.
Yep.
Like, Brandon equals dead to me.
Yeah.
That's totally what he would say.
Yep.
Okay.
Dude, chat is going off today. Thank you, chat.
Thank you.
Thanks, chat.
Thanks, chat.
Oops.
So yeah, all major chords. There you go.
Let's see what this sounds like, you old sniz.
Man, that is a classic Les Paul tone right there. That is
this?
Yeah, that is like picture perfect Les Paul sound.
Yeah, man, it's true. Yeah, I mean, it has been really amazing because first John Roy lent me one, and then Bob lent me one, and I mean, it's a Les Paul standard. It's not Epiphone, it's Gibson Les Paul standard, and it really did blow me away how as soon as I just played it, it's like, oh,
Yep.
well, there it is. That's
Yep.
the sound.
Yep. Yep.
That's it. That's the sound that I've been trying to fake and find a way to achieve this whole time.
Yep.
Turns out all I needed to do was get the actual guitar.
Yep.
Oh,
Get the right guitar.
yeah. All I needed to do was have $3,000. That's all. That's all it took.
Yep.
So you can do it too, kids.
Yep.
All it takes.
Money.
Yeah. Just spend more money.
Spend more money. Spend more money.
Well, why don't you just buy it? I don't understand.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what this sounds like. Could also do that, like
I was gonna suggest that actually. Do kind of like a counter melody type thing. Yep. That's dope. Nice.
so just something like that.
Yeah, I was
pass
gonna
like that throughout.
suggest that actually while
Okay.
you were going. I think yeah, a little counter melody would be cool, like what you're doing.
All right then. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's-
man.
So that's where it stays,
Killing it.
I guess. All right.
Yeah.
Q.
Let's can you put some spring on there?
Yeah. Just like for monitoring, or you want me to print it?
No, you don't need to print it, just for monitoring.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go. Nice. Oh yeah, throw some shit like that in there. Some weird fucking little type shits.
You want me to go back to the beginning so it's in there throughout?
No, I think it's fine if you want to like let that stuff come out as the song progresses. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jah provided the stick.
Jah, provide the stick.
Forgot how to play this now. Oh. Okay.
There you go.
Got it now. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yep. Sounding good.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Doda.
Yep. Wonderful.
Yay.
Killed it, dude.
Thanks, dog.
Awesome. I love those little yeah, those. I don't even know what you call those. It's very Aggrolites-y. Reminds me of
Yeah.
Jesse's guitar playing.
Exactly, yeah. That's a straight Jesse Wagnerism
Yep.
right there.
Big time. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Killing it. Yeah, this song sounds very, very happy with it.
Cool, man. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I think that there's plenty of spaciness.
Agreed.
Oh, nice. Lyran just listened to
Yeah. Heaven.
Heaven.
Yeah. Thanks for
Awesome.
thanks
Glad
for
you like
listening to that, man, and coming back to hang with us. Yeah, Brandon just absolutely killed it on that song. Yeah, if you haven't yet, give Wise Owl a follow on Bandcamp because he'll be posting some new stuff over there soon.
That's right. I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the stream, Lyran. We got a little sneak peek of the next one, which is an
Yep.
Alicia Keys song.
Yeah, I would
be cool.
I would go back and listen to I don't know, the first starting probably around the 20-minute, half-hour mark. We listened to Brandon's next song that he's working on. It's Alicia Keys cover. It's very, very cool. I'm thinking about, he's saying, I'm thinking about buying the whole black market discography. Is that possible? Yes,
Sure
it is,
is.
sir. Go to any of the albums and you'll see a link that says buy the whole discography.
Mm-hmm. It comes at a discount too.
Yeah, it's like half off, and I think it's like $7 or $8 or something like that. So, yeah. And while you're at it, do the same for Wise Owl. There's tons of exclusive black market tracks that are you can only hear on Wise Owl's page. So
That's true.
pick up the Wise Owl discography while you're at it. Well, wow, man, killed it today. What a great great job you've done today, and a great stream. This has been a really good stream.
Thanks. Yeah. Fun.
Fun
Good.
stream.
And we got to talk about video games. I love talking about video games.
We did talk about video games. You know, someday maybe we'll talk about like a Star Trek video game. You know, I feel like people are probably jonesing for us to just
Deep
combine
Space
those two.
Nine.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say that song's done. We can put a wrap on that one.
All right, sweet. I agree. That's everything you need.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say next week let's come back around full circle and we'll work on the first one that I sent out to you months ago and haven't even really listened to since. That'll be really fun to follow up on and just kind of see, you know, where our heads were at then before this idea kind of developed into what it is now, and see what we could even do to make it. My goal with the last one would be to do as much as we can to tie it in with these other three that we've done. So maybe take elements or ideas or
make it fit.
Concepts that we've done for these latest three and kind of put them in to the fourth song, the final song. But yeah, I think if we work on that one next week, that'll put us right in line for me to dub everything out and do some videos and have it ready for December release, which will be awesome.
Yay.
Yep. So I feel like we could I know, what's your timetable looking like today? I feel like you're on a little bit of a schedule today, right?
Yeah, I think, I mean, you know, unless you got some other long-winded topic that you want to discuss at length, I feel pretty content with what we've accomplished today.
I agree. Let's catch up a little bit on the chat here. Let's see.
Okay.
Groove Stranger says...
Yeah, it's good. Viewer mailbag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, fuck. This is something we've been wanting to do.
Viewer mailbag.
Yep. Viewer mail. Okay, so I'm going to drop the Black Market email address in the chat. And if you guys have any pressing questions you'd like us to answer on the show next week, or like requests or like anything you want to say to us or
or respond to
anything like that. I'll put our email address in the chat, and you can write us a question, and we'll do a whole segment maybe to start the show next week where we'll answer some questions from everybody. Yeah. So it is blackmarketreggae@gmail.com. Don't ask why it's not Black Market Dub. It's because I'm stupid.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, pressing questions that you'd like us to include on like a viewer mail segment next week, just shoot us an email over there. Make sure you put in the title of the email like viewer mail or question for the stream or whatever, something like that. But yeah, to catch up on a few of the chat things before we go.
Yeah, what do we got?
Liren, sounds like he's definitely going to dig into the Black Market discography and the Wise Owl discography. Andrew Wright.
Smart.
Andrew Wright from Berlin is saying, I think in response to any suggestions for music.
I'm so glad you asked. Number one.
Yeah, exactly. Wham! Last Christmas dub.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
That's a good call.
That would be really fun.
So this is good, too, because since we've decided to give ourselves so much more time and elbow room with doing the Christmas EP, we at one point realized and started talking about that means that we wouldn't have to limit it to 4 songs.
Yeah, we wouldn't. We could do a whole album.
Many more songs. So,
yep.
Yeah. Once it's at top 3, it's certain songs. Once it's at top 5, certain ones. And once it starts to open up a bit, that song, Last Christmas, definitely comes in there.
That would be awesome.
It's a great song.
That would be really awesome.
It would be really good in Jamaican style.
Yeah, and who knows, like we could do, because I originally had thoughts for the Christmas album, it would be just like instrumental covers of like classic Christmas tunes, like White Christmas, Jingle Bells, blah, blah, blah. But it would basically be like I wanted to get Dub Robot just to blow horn over over just instrumental tracks and just have that be it. But this opens it up to, I mean, we could throw a Wise Owl cover of a song on there. We could solicit other artists to submit covers or something if we wanted.
Also,
and I could do a traditional Black Market dub using like original vocals of.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, we could
like get some like Bing Crosby a cappella.
Yeah, Bing Crosby and Bowie.
Imagine?
Yeah, the Bing Crosby.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
a Black Market reggae song that has Bing Crosby's vocal in it.
It'd be wild.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, we could do the Bing Crosby Bowie duet of Little Drummer Boy, I think is what they do.
Yeah. They're at the piano together.
Yeah, so that would be really cool. So yeah, send us weird off the beaten path Christmas songs you might want to hear us do next year.
Okay. Yeah.
Liren asks, have you guys seen the movie Babylon from 1980? I have not. I
have not either.
Do you know this movie? Liren, maybe give us some context in the chat. What is Babylon from 1980?
What?
He says it's about the dub scene in London. That sounds rad.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I think it's on my Amazon Prime watch list. But I haven't watched it yet.
Super sweet.
Yeah.
Also, over on the Twitch side of everything, we got a new follower on Twitch today. He goes by VV Groovy. And I've kind of been chatting back and forth with him during the stream on Twitch. He's a dub reggae musician. He was a drummer for a long time in a group, and I just kind of offered, "Hey, send me some tracks. We'll dub them out on the stream or something. Like, let's do it. Why not?"
Good.
So it looks like we might be doing something from him. He threw a link in the chat, and I told him to shoot me an email with tracks. So we might be seeing an impromptu little dub track from that. That would be super.
Listener music.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing we could do. If anybody watching out there are musicians and you want a Black Market remix of one of your songs, seriously, get a hold of me. I love doing it. I absolutely love remixing like music from other people. It's one of my favorite developments this past year of getting heavier into YouTube and stuff has been the amount of reggae musicians and artists that have hit me up to dub their stuff has like shot up like by a ton. And
That's
like
cool.
for me, originally when I started doing Black Market, the thought was, well, I'll just do this shit. I'll make my own stuff until people start sending me their music, which has to be any day now. And 6 years later, it's only just now starting to happen. But
So you mean you only originally started producing your own music just so that you would have something to dub
yep, exactly.
in the absence of people giving you their music to dub?
Exactly. And my thought was, oh, well, once they hear this, they'll know I know what I'm doing. And then naturally, I'll start getting reggae bands or musicians that want me to dub their stuff out. Didn't really happen, but now it's starting to, and it's really cool. There several of the latest like videos on the YouTube channel are all like that. They're super cool artists that just hit me up out of nowhere. So yeah, please send me stuff.
Very cool.
And before we sign off today, we got to mention, if you haven't joined our Patreon or Bandcamp subscription, please do it. Click the links. Well, these links aren't clickable, but in the description of these videos it is. Please check out our Patreon. It's super cheap. We even offer annual plans now. So like the other day we had someone sign up for $10 a year. $10 a year.
$10 a year. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Which is awesome. We'll take it. Any amount of support, we'll take it. And even if that means you engage with us and watch all this stuff for free, we just love having an audience.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine too if that's all you can afford. But if you can afford it and you like what we're doing and you support what we're doing and you want to, encourage this kind of ridiculous behavior by us on the internet, please check out our Patreon or subscribe to Black Market or Wise Owl on Bandcamp. You'll get our entire back catalogs if you subscribe to us on Bandcamp. On Patreon, you get exclusive merch. So there's kind of different benefits for joining different ones. But it would help us a ton. We're independent. It's literally just me and Brandon doing this. And it
really will make a difference too. It's not really the type of a situation where if you contribute money to our Patreon, then the only thing that happens is that we just have more money and everything stays exactly the same. Like we're both people who are in a position where, having more money contribution, there is gear that we could use that would make this stream and our music that we do better. Yeah. That would improve it, make us able to do more things beyond what we're doing now. Mm-hmm. And we're also both people where if we got that kind of financial contribution coming from this, then that means that we now need to spend less of our time pursuing other projects that bring money into our lives. Yep. And so there's actually more time in our week that we can spend making this music and producing more and releasing more.
Exactly. And what that would mean for you guys as viewers and fans and patrons or subscribers, for everybody, would mean we might start doing this show more often. We might start streaming more than once a week. We might we could be way more consistent in our output. We could start releasing more music. Ideally, Brandon and I's goal with this project and with live streaming and doing all this is we want you guys to be the boss. We want to work for you guys full time, ideally. You guys, by supporting our Patreon, if we were to get to a place where that was our primary means of income, we just work for you. We don't need to work for other people anymore. We can just make our music, create, and make exactly what you guys want to hear all the time, and do it at a rate and at a level of quality that is above what we're doing right now, which is what we want.
Yeah.
But
I mean, at the very least, just being able to get a couple computers that can handle streaming at the level that we want to do. you
Yeah,
know? I mean, like,
that's a big one. We constantly are having computer issues, whether it's on Brandon's side or my side. Last week, you guys all heard the end of my stream. Holy fuck.
oh yeah, I
It was
forgot about that.
wild. I went back
Audio
and
got all
listened to
messed
it,
up.
and I was just like, what on earth is going on here? Like, it was really insane. I guess I didn't understand the severity of how bad it was, because if I did, there would not have been a 20 minutes of that stream at the end.
We
Like,
kept
that would have
talking.
just been like, we would have just like put that stream out of its misery so
And then
fast.
after the stream was over, me and you hung out and we're talking. We're having like a business conversation. And no, I mean,
just like got worse and worse.
Like, I don't know, Brandon. I've been thinking a lot,
Yeah.
and I think we should do this. And I'm like, okay, like I have reached the limit to which I can
Like,
can
take this
listen
seriously.
through this sound. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
So Andrew Wright in Berlin, he just responded, says, I'm a Kiwi living in Berlin and I roast
Nice.
coffee for a living. I turn up to work one day and my boss had built me an 8-foot bass box as he plays bass, and I love the dub. That's sick. So you get to listen to our stuff with probably like a cool ass big ass speaker and listen to
Like a big sub.
yeah, big ass
Dude,
sub.
Nice.
That's rad.
Bass tracking days like today must be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you say Andrew roasts coffee?
Yeah, that's what he said, Andrew Wright.
Nice.
And he says
Okay.
right after that, he says, we blessed the box with Black Market and Wise Owl, the 5 fingers of dub. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. 5 fingers of dub is so sick, by the way.
Yeah, I love that moment where it's like, your style is beautiful. Or something like that. Like, what does he say?
I don't even remember.
Yeah. I love it.
Anyway, long story short, we've gotten a new patron this week, and we've gotten, or this past, I think, week, and we've gotten 2 new subscribers on the Bandcamp subscription as well. So if you guys are out there watching, listening, seriously, from the bottom of our hearts, we really, really appreciate it. You're supporting independent musicians. You know, you're
man.
going out there to make that choice every day to support musicians that need it. So, you know, we thank you, and we hope more people are able to join as well. But anyway, Brandon, any final thoughts before we sign off?
Love you.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Yep. Love all
That's
y'all.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We will be back.
Today was fun.
Yeah, sorry, I already fucking started talking right over you when I asked you to talk.
That's good. No, that's cool. To be fair, you did start talking after I said the words, that's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
which would normally mean that I don't have anything else to say. And then I kept saying more stuff after. I'm done, Nate. And,
Yeah.
but what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I said today's fun.
Yes. Today was super fun.
And then you were going to say we're going to be back next Thursday morning?
I think, yeah.
Well,
So
morning for me, anyway.
we're going to start doing the stream every week at this time. So it would be 10 a.m. West Coast time, noon Central time, 1 p.m. East Coast time. And then, Brandon, if you could do the math for Europe, that would be wonderful.
Well, let's see. It just changed because California changed time
Oh, God. Yeah.
recently. Well, let's see. Right now, in London, it is 8:33.
So that would have been about
minus.
like 6
So
p.m. start
6
time.
p.m. in the UK,
UK.
9 p.m. for most of Europe.
Cool. All right. So, yeah, we think that kind of sets it up.
No, I just said 9.
Oh, okay.
What I meant to say was 6 p.m. for UK, 7 p.m. for most of Europe. That's
Got
what
it.
I meant to say.
Yeah. So yeah, we just feel like it'll be easier for more people to watch. And if today's any indication, that is definitely the case. We've had the chat has been super busy. We've gotten plenty of people from over in Europe who've been saying what's up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's way better with both Europe and North America in the house. It's way better.
it really is. Yeah. Well, I'm going to say that's all for us for today. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Thank you for commenting and giving us all these great suggestions. And yeah, we love you guys.
Love you. See you next week.
Bye.